Well fielded. Look, I think anywhere around that 300 mark gives you that stability, gives you that mindset to attack. You know you've got enough runs in the kitty. You can have attacking field. You're not worried about the nicks going through the slips. You can almost even have your cover open to try to get those nicks. So you can play shutdown cricket afterwards. You can have in terms of more of a defensive field, still to try to take wickets. Because at the end of the day, I keep saying Australia have to win, and I'd be inclined to play shutdown cricket afterwards, prepared to lose in terms of more of a defensive field, still to try to take wickets. I keep saying Australia have to, and in terms of more of a draw for the Australians here. Although it's not losing, it doesn't really give them anything. If I was Cat, I'd be more inclined to throw everything at it. Get some quick runs now, get as much time with ball in hand as possible. Just see how deep those foot holes are, those foot marks.
Going back to the first innings in Sydney, Australia took 100.4 overs to bowl India out. In the second innings, they bowled 131 overs. We all remember, only had them 5 down in that drawn match, and they bowled 111 overs in the first innings here. So that's a lot of bowling since January 8. How fatigued are the Australian bowling lineup? No signs of fatigue from Mohammad Siraj. Completes his over, 5 for 217.
इसके हाथ में सत्ता आ गई ना कि लोकतंत्र खत्म कर देगा ये। तुझे तानाशाह नहीं दिखता? अब इस राजनीति में चाणक्य नीति लानी पड़ेगी।
We've definitely seen signs of this pitch just playing a few more tricks today. It's certainly not unplayable. But Steve Smith's delivery, there's been a number that have sort of, well, what we term rolled along the ground, not literally, but kept very low. A couple have reared up off the cracks, so that'll excite the Australians.
Navdeep Saini's performance has been exemplary, hasn't it? And basically mirroring the attitude that India have taken into this series. Backs to the wall, tough it out, play injured. Good on him. Just when he walked off in that first innings, I thought that's him for the match. And here he is charging in his 5th over. So he's answered Rahani's plea to come and have a crack, and he's done so. And that's the way India have adopted, that's the attitude they've adopted to this series. And this guy's been controlling it all. How impressive has Ajinkya Rahane been over the last few weeks?
Outstanding stroke. Cameron Green has been looking to get the ball in that region on a number of occasions. Oh, good chase as well. So the intensity of this battle, it's not dying down at all. It's high-class Test cricket.
Yeah, what a beautiful shot there from Cameron Green. The other occasion he's trying to whip through that mid-wicket region, but this presented the full face of the bat. Maybe Washington Sundar there got a bit of a carpet burn or a rope burn on his elbow.
Might not need to chase that one so vigorously because that is going to get down to the rope. Tim Paine picks up his first boundary, lead up to 258. There's been a suggestion that Tim Paine could be under pressure in various ways, but one thing that can't be faulted is his batting in this series. He's really done a job at number 7, consistency. And he's into a bit of rhythm here now. Single to close out the over. 9 runs from it. Australia 5 for 226.
Masks are required to be worn when you leave your seat for any reason. That includes a quick toilet break or purchasing food or drinks. Now, you're not required to wear your mask while you are seated in your allocated seat, though. Thank you very much for your cooperation, ladies and gentlemen. Change for India to coming from the Vulture Stadium, number 54, Shardul Thakur.
Did it carry? Shubman Gill.
Yeah, clipped away there from Tim Paine. In the air a long time. Oh, I want to have another look at that. I think just before it got to him.
Looking at the way Shardul Thakur plays his cricket, if Rahane had said, come on and keep it tight, he said, he would say, I'm going to keep it tight, all right, I'm going to get wickets, that'll keep it tight. Because he does search for poles, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Tries in-swingers, out-swingers, Yorkers. I like the cut of his jib, this guy, Shardul Thakur. We saw him with the bat, 3 wickets in the first innings.
Quickly going back to Tim Paine, stretching out there, well and truly in, so it was a pretty well judged single in the end. Did have to get moving, but he knew that, and he did. It's that bottom line there, average 47 in this series for Tim Paine. It's the first time an Australian wicketkeeper's had an average in a series up over 40 since 2013-14, Brad Haddon in an Ashes series.
Yeah, I said in the Yates Lab pre-game about this could be the making of Tim Payne as a leader, as a captain. A lot of pressure on him, in particular this game, and certainly today. He's got to make the right call as to when to declare. Enough time for his bowlers to give them a rest to make sure that they can hone in and get those last 10 wickets. His batting's been outstanding. He wouldn't have, I think, given himself a 10 out of 10 behind the stumps, but I think his leadership qualities have been outstanding.
Edge and taken again. Rohit Sharma. He's having a field day here at the Gabba at second slip. Shardul Thakur does exactly what you said, Kerry O'Keefe. The best way to keep it tight, take wickets, put pressure on the opposition.
Yeah, I'll put a dot in the book, says Shardul Thakur, but I'll also put a W. What a terrific delivery this is to Cameron Green. Left him off the deck, fenced, well taken. Is that Rohit Sharma again that slipped? Sticky fingers, Rohit. And Shardul Thakur has another one. What a warrior he's been. Cameron Green out's hard fought for his runs, out for 37, 6 for 227.
Making his way to the set for Australia, number 30, it's Pat Cummins.
Success in the first over of this new spell for Thakur. 6 for 227, lead 260.
A pair of fertile clean hands. We've just got to see for the second time Rohit Sharma's fertile clean.
DuPont is knowingly poisoning 70,000 local residents for the last 40 years. Our government is captive to DuPont. They're trying to force you to make me stop.
टीवी कुछ ज्यादा ही चल रहा है आजकल।
रिपीट में रवीश कुमार तुम देखो, नींद में सूर्यवंशम के डायलॉग तुम बड़बड़ाओ, गंगा जल कैस पे अमित कुमार दुखी होता बाथरूम में जाकर रोते हो तुम, टुल्लू पंप से ताजा पानी निकाल के तुलसी में जल तुमको चढ़ाना होता है, इमर्सन रॉड जब तक धुआं न छोड़े आत्मा स्नान नहीं करती तुम्हारी, रुमाल तक प्रेस करवाते हो मिश्रा जी, टीवी हम ज्यादा देखते।
Spin.
Other thing that the Australian captain has to decide here too, I know that it's spin this end, but Shardul Thakur will continue, is what you don't want is an injury to the fast bowlers. 260 is the lead. How many is enough?
See, there's a name at the bottom of the screen there. Talk about entertaining cricketers. So a bit of spin back into the attack. They pinch a short single there. So Rohit Sharma Equals the record with 5 catches by an Indian fielder in a test match in Australia. Equals Chris Srikanth. How would you like to bowl to him, Skull? Srikanth.
Oh, well, he detached from consequence, didn't he? He didn't worry about failing. Flailing was his go. Old Srikanth, he had a crack.
Match, easy.
Now, can they work their way through these final 4 wickets and look to chase 280 in a day and a bit? And they will entertain that. Rohit Sharma, he's been catching everything. Has he a big role to play? We know he gets hundreds. Could he anchor a chase? So many scenarios, fellas. This is open.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot on a last day pitch, but we've written India off a few times in this series, notably after 36 in their second dig in Adelaide, and look at it. They're still punching away, throwing haymakers.
How would you like to... Yeah, still having fun too, Skull.
Yeah.
Constant laughter around the crease.
Goodbye.
Off the mark, Paddy Cummins.
That point's valid, Gilly. I think the fact that we've followed Australian cricket for decades and often come to the last test of the series, opponents are hangdog. There's not much. Australia is dominated. This is different. This is a team having fun, enjoying the contest, and giving themselves a chance of nicking this.
Do you think the Australians' win record here too, Scar, would come into play in terms of confidence for Tim Payne at the Gabba?
Yeah.
Oh, good turn.
I think, Binger, I think he's conscious that the bowlers will lift knowing that they're defending this fortress. Haven't lost here since 1988. I think that's a factor. They'll say we don't think about it, but they know that all of Australia is watching them defend this fortress. So, yeah, I think it's a factor.
Straight on with the arm there, creating havoc from around the wicket as Washington Sundar overgone 6 for 230.
The impressive shuttle and 2 for 37. So lead 263. And well alongside. Give us an Aussie view then, an Australian perspective of what's the skipper thinking out there.
Yeah, I was saying at the start of this session in commentary here, I thought Australia 280. I'd be happy with 280 odd and then have a little bowl at them and just see how we go. So just depends on what the Australians are thinking. For Tim Payne, who's out there at the moment still, so he'll be sort of running the show. I haven't seen any quick, but this is what the Australians would have enjoyed seeing. Siraj really got one to take off the length. It bounced. You can see Steve Smith's reaction there. Did I get the glove off the hand? But that one there just really took off. You can see his hands slowly coming away, but the thumb may still be on it. And a little touch and go, but he was seen to be still on the bat. The ball probably took the thumb off the bat and he was out. And we saw another ball 2 balls later do the same thing, but apart from that, and one kept low in that little probably 2-3 over period, the rest have been okay at the moment. But Siraj, and this one here, Shardul, just a good delivery, wasn't it?
It's funny how batsmen and bowlers see pitches differently, or look at different things. You bowlers obviously look at anything that you can get to your advantage, so a crack or something different, bounce or anything like that. But generally, I would say it's still a pretty good pitch, wouldn't you? Bar the odd one, and that's the challenge for the batsman. Try and put that out of your mind if you can, because essentially what you've still got is a good batting surface, but the odd ball, and I guess he'll enjoy hitting that line and length when he gets a chance. Pat Cummins. That'll be the difference. You think back to the last Test match at the SCG and the way India batted out, resolute defence and application they showed, but the pitch was quite benign and flat and slow. What Australia will have in their advantage slightly in these conditions is a little bit more bounce, and that'll just make defending a little tougher.
Definitely. And you look at these Indian bowlers here, they've really hung in there. Siraj 3 for 42, Shardul 2 for 38. They've been the main wicket takers and all good areas, tested the batsman out. But yeah, this pitch is going to be a little different to the one in Sydney. A bit more bounce, a bit more pace, a little bit more up and down. Shardul has been good control, had a little bit of movement in the air, built some pressure, but that lead now 264. I think 280 plus Australia will be starting to feel quite confident. But it is interesting. You know, the bowlers look at the pitch. That was a great ball. Just got a bit of bounce. Just moved in the air. Did this. The batsman go, oh yeah, it didn't. The technique. It just came at an angle. You know, he should have been on his front foot more. He should have been back more. It's just cricket, isn't it? Talking about he's had the radar switched on. That one, probably not so much. It's 2:31 for 6.
Charles Ingram, are you ready to play?
They're cheats. It isn't cheating. Charles Ingram was completely innocent.
There's a pattern. Oh, what, coughing?
Let's play! Who wants to be a millionaire?
Sony Live brings you unlimited gaming fun with more than 50 free games. Play solo and challenge yourself, or crush other players in exciting live matches and win massive cash prizes worth lakhs of rupees. Ready to win? Download the Sony Live app now.
Sundar. More turn. More turn and bounce.
There's been noticeable more turn today, hasn't there? Sundar's got a couple to really turn and then go straight on. The one that got Dave Warner, that was after one that turned away. The next one went straight on. Just turns around the corner. They'll be looking for 2. Oh, it's gone all the way. There's no one there. It's a bonus 4 runs. Moving on to 235. And again, Tim Payne playing a impressive little innings here. He's done well this series when Australia's needed him to come in. He's got 250s already. But, we've seen legs slip a lot there, and there's no one around the bat there.
Just thinking what you're saying about declaration and where the game's headed at the moment. Just over 40 overs left in the day. Now, let's hope we get all of that. We don't quite know what the weather's like. There is some rain around, but potentially. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Just one man behind square on the offside, so in the end, a relatively safe shot, but perhaps more of an indication of what the skipper's thinking in the next half an hour or so after tea. Is he going to bat on? Will he pull out? So 40, just over 40 overs. You think of 98 overs tomorrow, and again, we have to assume that we're going to get them all in. There may be some rain, who knows, but assuming you get those in, you'd want a little bite with the second new ball, wouldn't you? So you'd want at least 100 overs, 80 overs. That gives you 20 with the second new ball, maybe a few more. So they bat on for another 5 overs after tea, maybe, or do you think they might pull out before that? Just thinking that will give them what, 130 overs, something like that.
Yeah, so they don't want to bat on for too long, because if there is rain around tomorrow, then it has a big impact. They'd be looking to make inroads into the Indian lineup tonight or this afternoon. I would have thought they'd probably have a target in mind. Okay, we want anything above 280, 300, and then how many overs do we want? There's still, like you said, 98. There's still a lot of time left in this. If there's no rain around tomorrow, there's still a long time left in this game.
That's my point, really. It's quite a tricky one, because the declaration is not straightforward. It's not just about the numbers and the time. It's about the rain potentially that might come. It looks like he's on the charge. Absolutely no question about that. So quick runs are the order of the day. 240 for 6. So skipper going nicely, 25. Further evidence of a little bit uneven bounce, and that's what we're going to show you now. There's just cracks have got a little larger in the last day or so, and that area there is a concern. Trajan is round the wicket, Siraj is over the wicket. Pat Cummins will be interested in that line as well.
You can see the cracks on the pitch there in the previous match, but that's good variation, isn't it? That one that they had nasty ones that bounce off a length, but that one that kept low, if that's on the stumps, that's good evening.
I'm just chuckling to myself. That was me earlier saying it's pretty flat. It's pretty good to bat on. We just show that little package there. What are you talking about, man? But I mean, that's my point, really. I mean, there's probably a handful of deliveries that we're going to highlight and show there. And so if you look at that exclusively, you think, crikey, it's impossible to bat, but actually it's not. And they are a bit few and far between. You just got to hope your name isn't on one of them.
Yeah, you can add the first ball of this over too. Shardle's not a tall man, and that sort of took off and bounced a bit more. Could you imagine Pat Cummins hitting that and taking off? Oh, nasty.
We'll find that out soon. Because I mean, I suppose your point, you would look at Shardle and think, well, he's not a tall man. When you're thinking of the taller bowlers, Hazelwood, Cummins, Stark, you can see just a few cracks emerging. Got a little bigger over the last day or so.
Coming back for 2. But yeah, the cracks could be there. You still have to hit them. And there's that, obviously, that one little area. And the Australians today, you got the 3 quicks, or 2 of the quicks, and Nathan Lyon and Justin Langer. They're all testing, checking it out, having a look. Not sure what Josh Hazelwood's up to. He's happy to take the word of the other 2. But you can see the cracks. They're checking them all out. There's one there.
You get that as cricketers, don't you? And we're all a bit different. You get some just...
There he is. He's just up the other end checking it out.
It's a wicket, and it'll behave as it does. And you get others who are sort of getting down the hands and knees and looking at all the various areas you need to bowl at.
Yeah, you're just looking at the cracks where they are. You know, you've got right hand, left hand. There's ones that, from the left hand to this will affect this pitch. That one just swung a little bit. Haven't seen any swing at all, but recently. But But
it's doing everything all of a sudden.
It's a minefield out there. But there's cracks that'll be better for a right-hand bowler. There's cracks that'll be better for a left-hand bowler, depending on the end. So you just go out and have a look and go, okay, that'll come into play if I bowl from that end. If I bowl from the other end, no, there's nothing there. So just having a look in the back of your mind. He's been impressive, Shardul Thakur, hasn't he? Both with bat and ball. He's a solid all-rounder. He offers a bit of swing in the air, a little bit of seam movement. There's good control when he's bowling. He gets it through at reasonable pace.
That looks like a fun slip cordon, I reckon. They're always having a little joke and a laugh and lots of animated chat.
What's he saying?
I don't know, but Rishabh Pant seems to run it a little bit. He's always laughing and joking. But they have a lot of fun, I reckon, there. Just need to focus now so they don't drop too many. Think he's gone. Yeah, Rishabh Pant there with a sharp catch. Just as I was saying, need to focus. He does exactly that. Little bit of extra bounce. And the captain on the charge, but he's walking back now.
Yeah, looking to be aggressive there. Another short ball from Shardul Thakur. We said he's been impressive. Picks up his third wicket. Again. Nathan Lyon, Mitchell Stark coming out, but that's a 7th wicket down. Tim Paine's on his way for 27. It's 2-4, 2 for 7.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
They're walking into a trap. Your orders are to deliver a message calling off tomorrow morning's attack. If you don't get there in time, we will lose 1,600 men. Your brother among them.
Hello, Alex. Your uncle was a spy. And I think you are too. Alex is brother.
Change your ball up, left arm around. Towards you, mate. That's off stump.
Trajan. Edge not carrying this time. Just talking about the slip cord.